In visual pleasure narrative cinema, Laura Mulvey suggests that women tend to occupy this passive position, where women are designated to be looked at, and this is counter to the kind of the more masculine position, the active position of looking, and so as a consequence, women are typically denied access to looking in cinema, and again, the male gaze kind of being associated with this more active position is associated with a certain mastery over the screen, over mastery of what unfolds in the narrative. Now, one of the things again that runs to a certain degree against kind of common sense is that Mulvey argues that the female form can actually potentially introduce dread, and that the female form introduces dread through, again, drawing from these psychoanalytic ideas, through the lack of a penis. Now again, don't confuse this with the kind of biological, anatomical bit, but it's not so much that women are physically lacking, but that women represent agents or subjects without agency, subjects without power, and so it's again not so much that they're lacking in terms of kind of biological anatomy, but lacking in power. And so what this potentially does is to introduce this idea of castration anxiety, of, oh my God, you know, if their power can be taken away, if their power, you know, if my agency, my power can also be taken away. And so the narrative cinema then, according to Mulvey, has essentially two avenues of escape, two different ways in which to negotiate the dread that the female form introduces. And the first way is to punish the female form, to treat the female form sadistically. The second way is to fetishize the female form, and I'll come back to this second point in a moment. But here in the piano, we actually have an example of the kind of sadistic treatment of women. And in this clip, what we'll find is that the female form, the female character, has engaged in an extramarital affair. And the character is mute, she doesn't speak. However, she uses her hands for sign language, and she also plays the piano. And so in effect, the piano is her voice, it is her sense of agency, it's her way of expressing herself. And one of the things that happens here is that the female character has, in effect, kind of stepped into the male position, the active position, by expressing sexual desire for somebody else. And so what we'll see in this clip here is the husband's then reaction, kind of a really quite sadistic reaction in punishing the female form, in effect castrating the female character, and you'll notice in the way that this happens, in effect silencing her, taking away her agency, taking away her capacity to express herself, taking away her power. So go ahead and watch this clip from the piano.